What's good, everybody? It's your girl Shar, and I just want to thank you for tuning into SharrTV because this is absolutely where you want to be. Before I get into this video, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and share with everybody that you know. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about staying in your lane, running your own race, and being unapologetic about it. Because in this life, it's so easy for us to look at other people's lives and analyze it and almost even envy them for the things that they have going on. But in reality, we should learn how to work with what we have, use the resources that we have so that we can better ourselves every single day. For example, there was mad times in my life where I was hanging around with people who were doing better than me. Their parents were taking care of them. They had a lot of money, and I would be trying to live the lifestyle they are living. In a sense, playing catch up with them or competing low key so that they don't think I'm a bum or they don't think I'm whack or they don't think I don't got money and all that stuff. So I would try to be going out with them, drinking with them, wasting my time, knowing that we're not on the same wavelength. For example, I would be out partying with friends and, trying to keep up with the Jones, buying bottles, drinking or whatever, knowing dang well that I had to go to work the next morning, and then ultimately for the rest of the week I would be popped. So just to keep up with the image, I would make it seem as if I could afford it and my life is not as trash as everybody else's. And so that would be like a weekly thing. And it wasn't until I was older that I realized, you shouldn't do life like that. It's okay to say no to going out. It's okay to say no to going to get something to eat knowing you can't afford it. It's also okay to say, no, I don't got $30 to Cash App you. You know what I'm saying? Because usually, I'm speaking from experience. There are people who had a lot of money that I would just be Cash Apping them, knowing that I don't have it, just so I could seem as if I'm a good person or I'm lending a helping hand. And then ultimately, it turns around and bites me back in the butt because these people usually don't want to help me. And that's just the reality of what it is sometimes. So I believe that when you run your own race and you're in constant reality check, these are the cards that I'm dealing with. This is my situation right here, and I'm working with who's working for me. You ultimately will not be pressed, upset, or worried about what anybody else has going on, because the moment you start doing what's best for you, the moment you will even realize that some of these people that you were hanging out with only enjoyed your company because you guys were drinking or turning up together, or you could listen to their problems, and then you realize that, hey, they wasn't even really rocking with me like that. They was rocking with the idea of who they thought I was or who I was pretending to be. So honestly, what I've learned is just running your own race it's a process, but it takes self-awareness. So we just finished the first quarter of the year and we're going into the second. It's April, and I had a lot of things going on, but more importantly, sis got married, okay? But here's what I'm saying to you about running your own race. There were 3 different spots in the venue, I believe. And I could have rented out the top with the roof, and it would have cost me like $30,000. I would have had like 200 people there, and it would have been a whole movie. But I had to work within my budget, and I was like, hey, am I doing this for people or to look like I got money to people, or am I going to do this for me and keep it real small and cute? And what I decided to do was go with what was best for me and running my own race, because I know that if I spend all this money for people to come and view me a certain way, one, people don't really be giving money at weddings. I'm not saying that because people didn't give me money. I'm just saying that's the truth. If you are inviting somebody to your wedding, you shouldn't. If they give you something, cool. If they don't, cool. You know what I'm saying? But also, you shouldn't be trying to have an event so that people could look at you and hype you up and do all these things. So my point is that I stayed within my means. I stayed within my budget because I knew where I was at in life. Had I been a millionaire, my wedding would have resembled a millionaire's wedding. But because I'm in my building season, I'm trying to grind, I'm trying to do YouTube, I'm trying to have a business, and I have all these things, but I'm trying to manage it. I know that it's better for me to keep my small wedding rather than keep a big event and go broke. Okay, because I ain't finna do it. Also, I believe that you should embrace the season that you're in. My wedding, I would say after it's over, it wasn't the biggest accomplishment of my life. I know that there's way more to come. There's way more things that God has in store for me. So I shouldn't be like, oh, I wasn't able to have 200 people. First of all, I don't even know 200 people. Second of all, I don't even got a lot of people around me. But that's besides the point. But I know that there's more to come. This is not the biggest event. So when I get to that point where I can have a big feng shui, not even for a wedding, but for my kid's birthday party, a baby shower, whatever it is, I'm going to do it. But if right now that's what I could afford, that's what I'm doing. Period. If I could go to Rainbow and pick up pieces and that's my outfit because that's what I could afford, then that's what I'm going to do. I think it's crazy that people will go out their way to spend money on sneakers, to spend money on Balenciagas and Jordans and Gucci. And I mean, nice things I love. I love luxuries, but let's be honest, if you're going out your way and then you can't pay your rent, then what is the point, baby? You finna be out here with Jordans on, but you're gonna be out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be at your friend's house because you don't got it. Your priorities is all over the place. And so when you're not running your own race, you're going to always be in a hole trying to play catch up. Okay. So lastly, I would like to say that, I was working these jobs and they were only paying $10 an hour. I was even working a job that started me at $7. That was my first job at McDonald's when I was 17. I was working for $7.25, okay? But in that season, guess what? I had to wear rainbow pretty girl. I was buying like thrift shop clothes and stealing some too. Pre-Jesus. But I was stealing mad stuff, but let's not get into that. But I was definitely walking in the season. I remember even when I was working at the nursing home part-time, they had gave us these little stipends every month. So they were behind on stipends like 5 months because remember, it's a stipend. So they give you like $50 every month. So 5 months come, we ain't see no stipend. So they gave us all the money at one time. And guess what I did, which I regret till this day. I bought these Jordans for $150. Now, the reason why I bought them Jordans is because, first of all, it was mad popular. I never had Jordans before. But it was the moment of me getting them and then walking out the store where I realized, like, hey, this was a big mistake. Instead of taking the $450 and probably, getting a few pieces of items and getting some clothes, I spent a whole chunk of my stipend on some Jordans. So what I'm telling you is I should have stocked up on some groceries. I should have made sure that, I was good because them times I'm still in high school. You want your little snacks and stuff. I should have put the needs first instead of the wants. So I know some of y'all, I'm talking you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. You just bought something expensive. Yes, go return it. You cannot afford it. Go return it and buy some food. I'm telling you right now, it's not cool to be out here looking fly and hungry. Please stop it. One thing I'll tell y'all is when I was in school, everybody was mad fly. You know what I'm saying? But my parents used to give me $5 a day or whatever. That was a lot. But all the scammers in my school ain't have no money. They was always like, you got $1. You got $1. You got $1. I'm like, how y'all scamming and don't have no money? My point is, they looked fly, but they was hungry. Don't let that be your story on today. Do not let that be your story. Make sure you go back, get your receipt, and return whatever items you need to return, okay? So, all in all, I'll say this. It's never good to try to keep up with the Jones and look at what other people have. You have to run your own race, whether that be in your relationships, your friendships, in school, whatever it is. Don't look at what everybody else got going on. Pray to God. Ask God, what is it that you need me to do in this life? And let me enjoy my season. Whether it's a dry season where I'm eating sardine and crackers for dinner, or whether it's a season where I'm going to be getting seafood boils every week. You know what I'm saying? Let me enjoy it and embrace it and not try to keep up with what everybody else got going on. Because them times What them Jamaicans be saying, dog will yam your supper? That's what's going to happen to you, okay? Look it up. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into SharrTV because this is absolutely where you want to be. I hope you got some encouragement from this. Make sure that you run your own race and run them little fingers to the like and comment and share buttons and all that good stuff and subscribe button. And I hope that you guys have a great day.